Hello, hello. I'm gonna be real with you. I kind of forgot about this playlist. And I was like, oh yeah, this playlist is kind of a vibe. I love me some jazz. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Y'all know exactly. If you know, you know. Oh boy. Should be in black and white, sipping a whiskey in my detective office above a speakeasy. Oh, it's giving like noir kind of vibes. No, noir would be that's like maybe like in like a chill moment. This could be. Ooh, a car chase. Okay, we could do that. This is... Who is this anyway? Gecko and Tokage Parade? I had no idea. Absolutely no clue. None. Still sipping a whiskey. Can I like... I don't want to sip a whiskey. I just want to ingest it. All of it. All at once. All of it. Would you like a whiskey? Yes. How much? Yes. All of it? Yes. All of the above. Please? Thank you. Yeah. I won't wait too long. I'm here to laugh? What do you mean laugh at me? You make me cry. Where's my cry face? Hold on. That's not what I want. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? Yes. Okay. I don't know my buttons. I don't press them much. I forget about them. I mean, not forget, but you know what I mean. This one is really good. I really like that one. When I got this commissioned, I really should have requested like a couple more facial stuff. I didn't know what I was doing. I had the design, and that was what mattered. I think that carried pretty hard. This song got more energy than I do. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Oh, it died. Oop. Oh, I'm so stupid. Anyway, it's been 9 minutes. That's enough time, right? What is this? Intersection at 3 a.m. Question mark. Okay. Is it time? Are we gonna finish it? Are we gonna do it? I mean, I have to finish it tonight, chat. I have to. Oh boy. I need to keep my phone near me though. I may have to run away for a bit at some point. I hope not.
What now?
Oh yeah, I guess I could do this. Menu, the true endgame.
New skills, new possibilities.
Ooh. Press free strength.
Good. I'm still getting stronger.
I feel a little
New
silly
skills,
not realizing
new
that these stat bonuses were like for the person
Good.
that got it, not
still
for
getting
like
stronger.
the class. So you just carry them over to other stuff, which explains some things.
New skills, new possibilities. Good. I'm still getting
Isn't there?
stronger.
There's an achievement for getting
New
all
skills,
of the
new possibilities.
all of the archetypes to
Good.
max on
I'm
the
still getting
hero.
stronger.
Maybe,
New skills, new possibilities.
or is it everyone? If it's everyone, I don't want to do that.
I see. Fast.
But if it's just the
All right.
hero, I'll do that. Absolutely. Forget if you get all of the archetypes to max.
Good. I'm still getting
I
stronger.
saw this. All right.
For everyone?
I found new
Gross. Well, maybe I'll do that in some century, but not this century. Oh, yeah, I meant like, you know, like an achievement on Steam. But if it's something in game, maybe. Maybe. Anyway, I'm not concerned about that. Not right now. Okay. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's something I'll do for like
Right there.
second playthrough.
There they are. Time for some close fire. Push through. Charging in.
Nice find.
Not
Looks like it could be
answering
useful.
Right there.
fucking 1-800 number after 8 p.m.
There they are.
Literally get away from me.
The generator will not operate any longer.
I see the enemy.
Did it unlock?
Hanging in there, mate.
Right there.
Staying alive isn't a contest. Heal if you need to.
What do you think?
All right.
New. I read that as Tryant, so Tryant, and I was like, what the hell? I'm not in the right place. Am I? I don't think I was. No, I did. I just got distracted because of the phone call.
We've been spotted!
Forward.
If you intend to take risks, I might suggest healing first.
Right there.
Hey! You found something! What do you think?
All right.
I did, yep.
I see the enemy. Let them get the best of you.
There they are.
Time for some close combat.
Cautionary heel never hurts, I say.
I see the enemy.
Forward!
Got a feeling that you need healing.
There they are.
Come on! Charging in.
That'll do it.
Right there.
All right. How's that?
Precautionary heel wouldn't hurt.
I see the enemy.
Come on! All right. How's that? Let's push through.
That's all of them. We're safe for the time being.
There they are.
Come on! Let's push through. Forward! Come on!
We're safe. Crystal is no more.
Time for some close combat. Forward! Let's push through.
I'm right here.
Be safe, the crystal is no more as I run over to attack the second
job
one. I love Yufa.
Right there.
Come on!
And that's the end of that.
I see the enemy. I'm right here.
No, I'm kind of in agreement.
That's the end of that.
But I feel like you're just so stupid strong that in comparison,
Impressive.
there's just not much anything that can do against. Like things can't do anything against you. Like you straight up just ignore resistances.
Exemplary.
Basilio can cause a weakness and then hit it. It's just, I don't want to, like, it's overkill, honestly. I love it, personally. I love being stupid strong at the end of the game.
What now?
Fucking 90 strength, 97 magic. Not even capped. Which is hilarious.
Good. I'm still getting stronger. I found new power. New skills, new possibilities. Good. I'm still getting stronger.
I'm gonna save again after this.
I found new power. New skills, new possibilities.
Oh, 4 endurance. Sheesh. Oh, I need to finish Pooch. Hug. So you're weak as her until that first archetype, then you won't shot the first boss. Oh my god. That's amazing. Oh, so like the moment you unlock, no, your archetypes. I see what you mean. Oh, you know what that means? I probably should stay and grind it out before I go into New Game Plus, huh? Maybe for the characters that I really like.
Should we keep going?
It's all been building up to this. Ready? Time to deal with Luis.
Yeah.
Right, let's go. Alright, I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, I do, but not really. As long as the first stage of each archetype was unlocked, you're good. Oh, okay.
I confess, I did not believe you would actually survive the gauntlet.
Oh, please. Think about what you're trying to achieve. Nothing could stop us from getting to you.
You are not
I can
ready.
accept that you hate injustice.
Wow.
Maybe we do share that. But I have to ask, Luis, why go to this extreme? Is it because you're elder? You saw your village destroyed for petty, evil reasons.
Oh. I do
Is
think.
this revenge?
What is this?
Revenge? Ludicrous. That would accomplish nothing. An entire tribe does not become so derided to the point
phone.
of genocide by authority figures alone, but by the vice of the society in which that ignorance is born. Indeed, It would be equally petty of me to take only the heads of the few familiar guilty. For my own satisfaction, no less. No. I would not repay injustice with injustice.
Then why? You drew the entire nation into your scheme without hesitation. If not revenge, then what would compel you to such ends?
It is true that I was born in the ancient sanctum, but I never held any fondness for that place. The Elder have long lived in hiding, clutching the truths of the world to themselves alone. A tribe of doors locked and secrets encoded. I wanted to change that isolation. And then, at long last, a man from outside the village came to visit. None other than your father, Prince.
That's...
Though royalty, he dreamed that the tribes might stand side by side as equals. And he rejected none of our village's history, however inconvenient to his worldview. I saw him with the eyes of a child. And for the first time, I felt a dream stir. Were there more idealists like him in the world outside? Was my life of hiding at an end? Under the canopy of that gloom-thick forest, all I wanted was to leave, and live upon the open plains beneath a wider sky. That was all. As for what happened to the ancient sanctum afterwards, it is a story you've already been told.
It was set aflame and crushed beneath the church's heel. The Sanctist warrior monks and ordinary guardsmen alike, all in the palm of Forden's hand.
Neighbors and kin I'd known all my life were soon nothing but ash on the wind. Too quick to realize their own deaths. I was but a child, trembling before a wall of fire. It was a massacre. It had nothing to do with any hate on either side, or retaliation for any perceived offense. It was only pure injustice. A selfish act of devastation. One thought alone burned in my mind. I would never let it happen again. And so did I walk onward.
It was tragic.
Thus, I choose to make this a land of eternal, perfect equality, even should it cost my life. I shall return the anxieties endowed upon this scepter, and let it be heard. To burden others with your own fears and responsibilities is cowardice. My royal magic shall craft a world where that cannot be. Such cowardice dies.
There are other solutions!
I'm impressed that you didn't end up obsessed with revenge. But you act like it's wrong for people to trust each other.
Luis! You're not describing a nation that condemns evil. You're describing a nation that's entirely blind to it. A land of amoral beasts, not people. In the end, I think you're still trapped. You've been stuck in that night of flames all your life. You don't trust anyone. That's why you can only imagine a world apart from you. Unless you can face that anxiety within yourself, then you're no different from everyone you've rejected. So be it. From the beginning, I have championed world order determined by power. All that remains is for me to realize my truth by burying you beneath it. You are not the sole wielders of these lost archetypes. I am Luis, bearer of the royal scepter. With only a thought, the power of kings is mine to command.
What?
Behold, and I will reveal the secrets still beyond you.
Hey, put clothes on.
Come.
Why are you naked?
Decide our world's future. Here.
I'm calling the police.
Our land is consumed with anxiety as it has never been before. All of it, foundation for my new, better world. You are but an audience, powerless to tread on history's stage. Let it begin.
We fight for your ideal world. Here and now. Or take him down.
Archdemon? Luis Caradrius. And you know what? I can already tell you, I know this is not his final form because the music is the same boss fight as something else.
Let's go.
This'll be fast.
I don't know what it will be. I have no clue.
Sting.
He might get absorbed into something.
Leave.
That is usually what happens to these crazy
I'll cut you
motherfuckers.
down. Oh, awesome souls.
Oh,
Do your thing.
I like that axe. Holy shit, Basilio.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
You better be ready. Yeah.
Julio left him wide open.
Come
Let's
forth,
hit that
royal
new
soul.
weakness. This is it.
Only the
So
strong
here.
can prevail. Ah!
You know, I guess I should have used that, huh?
Okay.
He has no
let's do
nips.
They're
this.
weak to strike attacks. Smash them up.
Yeah, no male or female presenting nipples in this house.
Over their weak spot. Beat him
Let's
down,
go.
Basilio.
Take this. Please. Face my wrath.
Oh no, 40 damage.
Going for the weak spot.
For all
I shall
that
vanquish
believe.
evil.
Here I go.
Beat him
I'm all
down,
prepared.
Basilio.
Here it comes. Take this. You cannot run from your fate. Magna, come to me.
Luis is gathering an unbelievable amount of magla around him. We can't let him finish whatever he's doing. Try to interrupt his attack somehow. Focus your attacks. We've got to stop him before he takes us out in one shot. This is just what I need. Raging fire.
Now, what's I call
mean, that
upon
shouldn't
royal
be-
power within?
Much of a problem, right? Also need to remember, I can do this for free. Well, in one turn instead of...
The magma
Stains
buildup is
all
dissolving.
awesome souls. Do
Oh,
your thing.
it's gone.
Yeah.
Right in their weak spot. Beat him
Only
down,
the strong
Basilio.
can set it up.
You go from almost dying to an enemy to walking through it and... Yeah. I feel that.
Very good. By all means, challenge me. Stake everything you have on this battle. I will face your convictions head on and crush them. This is but my first step towards my ideal world. There is no hope for you. Take this!
The standard weapon attack does absolutely nothing.
There is no hope.
Seriously? Watch me. This might sting.
I shall fight it.
Ah! Hack and slash! That's all you can
Gotta
muster.
aim better than that.
Here I go.
Brother.
Right in their weak spot. Beat him
fight
down,
well.
Basilio.
This is
No thanks.
That helped.
That helped us out. There is no hope for you. Take this! Wallow in despair.
Really? 600?
Dancer. Burn. Sorry, my mistake.
Now, what's the plan? Let's get on with it! Not done yet.
Oh, awesome souls, do your thing!
Beat
Lend me
him
your
down,
strength.
Basilio.
Pretties!
I do not fear death. And yet,
Oh!
Applause, please.
admit,
I continue to...
Even I.
Marvelous.
I'm better and stronger.
Don't lie to me.
I think we've won this one.
So the power I have now is not enough.
The Magla drawn to the royal scepter has faded more than I expected. Just as I thought. I would be a fool to underestimate you, but I made a decision that day. Even if history remembers me as a destructor king, I will put an end to the injustices of this world.
What? What are you?
I commend you. Clearly no half measures will do. If I am to take your lives,
237.
I must stake my own, and all its power.
Damn! We can't get close! Tis a tremendous aura!
I have a vision, and you will interfere with it no longer. Wait!
It's his gauntlet runner.
Luis still has the royal scepter. If we let him buy time, there's no telling what he'll do.
He's leaving?
Yeah, we can't even go after him.
There's no time to go back down to land and reorganize. We'll do whatever it takes to get that scepter back before the dawn.
Ah, everyone! That bastard Luis took to his Skyrunner!
Yes, we know. Can you go after him?
It'd be suicide, lad. Oh, suppose it's too late to back down now. Well, I was saving some reserve power for the trip home. But if we're using it here, we're using it here.
Gauntlet Runner's nearing its limit. Even if we catch up to him, we may not have a way to get into the garage rates. We don't have a choice. We need to put a stop to Luis, to the destruction he would cause.
Well, chums, batten down the hatches and brace for the storm. Hop to it now! Get in! I'll just fire up the...
Look over there! Enemies! Ugh, of all times.
Oh my god, humans.
Wait, how many are there? Where did they all come from?
He's trying to slow us down. Ain't like Luis to put off a fight, but I suppose he's too cornered to be picky anymore. Hold on! The old girl's still barely holding together. She can't take off that quickly.
What do we do?
Your Highness, you get in the runner first. We'll buy you some time for takeoff.
We can fight them together.
No. Even if we get the Skyrunner off the ground, it'll all be for naught if anything happens to you. No need to fuss anyway. We'll just kick them around for a bit while preparations are underway. Does that work for everyone else?
Fine. Suppose I'll keep you company.
Had you not suggested it, I would have done so myself.
What else are we gonna do? Twiddle our thumbs inside while Norris does all the work?
Nearest, don't let us down now.
Right. I'll get it done, damn it. Hop in, Your Highness.
Well, let's do this.
We hold the line!
Ooh.
We must endure this.
Hulkenberg!
Got it! We're powered!
Going for the Sky Runner.
Not on my watch.
Let's wreck him.
What are you doing?
Sure you want to die next to me, old man? Thought you ate platypus.
Aye, it's true I don't understand you and I never will. But I know I don't hate you, boy.
Aw.
Let's go!
Aye!
Doesn't understand him, but doesn't mean he hates him.
We fly!
What? A noble must protect his people! Take this!
Finally, I've earned my title.
She flies. Straight and steady.
Our kingdom is in your hands, my prince.
We gotta go back! Everyone, they're going to!
We can't go back now.
We have to!
Take cover in the back. You made my dreams come true. You and the rest of them. If we live, we'll meet again.
What are you...
Let's fly!
Damn, that was a hell of a cutscene.
You've lost everything, and yet still here you stand. I must say your audacity is almost admirable. However, you rejected me, and I will not relinquish the royal scepter. Since we cannot come to terms, we can only decide this through battle. I have but one final question.
How many?
Prince, do you wish to stop me?
Maybe
Or do you wish to
10
be king?
overall?
What is it you truly want?
I want to stop you.
I see. Then I too will fight you with all that I am. For the sake of this country. But it hardly matters now. My ascension is complete. With my own hands, I will tear apart these lie-laced dreams and bury the past. Here ends the royal bloodline and the legacy of the archetypes. We stand on the threshold of a new dawn. A new age.
I can't listen to any more of this. What new age? What do you know about him? All you do is destroy. You refuse to believe in dreams. That's why you can't believe in anything that's gradual, complicated, and slow to change. All that means is that you give up on everything. You'll never beat us. You're nothing but a coward, trying to escape this reality for one you made up.
The time for words has passed.
So be it.
Again?
Such intense magla!
Can't even get a new form. Wow.
The quintessential force of the archetype. Is this all?
Such strength! How? It's happening so quickly!
Behold! This is the Royal Scepter's potential.
Resist no longer. As I said, I would rather not force needless death upon you. Embrace it once more.
Take your true form and become worthy of my new world.
You are unfazed by the melancholy.
Something's happening.
First, drink deep of the magma.
Not again!
What?
Stop! No!
Ouch.
Get me! Wake up! I said wake up! Hey, please,
My obstacles are clear.
The boy
open your eyes!
is no more.
Wake up! Please! You have to wake up.
Magical book. Magical book, save me. Save me, magical book. Oh, we're gonna go talk to more.
Where? Are you awake now? I summoned you just in time. Do you remember what happened? What you've done?
Luis cast a spell and...
I'm frankly amazed you would go to such lengths, even to fight back against the spell. If I hadn't saved you, you really would be dead. But rest assured, we're finally safe. As for where
Look
we
at him
are,
just sitting up there all
we are far,
pretty.
far away from that hellish world. Do you remember the first time we met? I was sure you would find a clue in your journey that might reveal where in the world this place is. So I believed anyway, but I was wrong. From the start. This place is... It was never of that world to begin with. No. Maybe there's a better way to put it. This is a place that exists between reality and fantasy. In other words, the world we've been living in is fantasy. The journey was all an illusion.
Well, yeah.
An illusion?
There's nothing but despair in that world. And it will never get better. It's an endless, painful, irredeemable hell. I'd always believed that creating a utopia was possible. And if there was desire, then I thought maybe one day someone would achieve it. But I came to realize I was mistaken. In the end, fantasy is just that.
The game's been telling us that all along. Every time you die,
But all
fantasy
that
is dead.
primordial chaos only exists in that world. The world of reality is nothing like that. Really, it's an environment you should know quite well. You've come to know so much of it already. Through text on a page. Now, behold!
Uh-huh. Modern day Tokyo. Shibuya Crossing. Who's surprised? I'm not.
Indeed. It's the world I wrote accounts of in my novel. Until now, you've thought this world a mere fantasy. But it's not.
So the world I know is all an illusion. And the world of the novel is reality?
Surely you already know. There is no deadly magic, no prejudice between its people.
Well, that's just a lie.
Now, all you have to do is admit that everything you've been through has been nothing but a story, just a fantasy. Then this can be your perfect reality.
Uh-huh. It says if nukes don't exist. Oh, well, yeah, that too. What is going on?
Your journey of revolution was just a passing dream. Let me take you back to reality.
How about
Child.
no?
What will happen to my friends?
You don't have to worry. As long as you can accept that this place is real, everyone will be safe. That world is past any point of redemption. Change is impossible. The royal magic was supposed to be the turning point, but it was all for nothing. In the end, people don't want their world to change. They just want someone to be a sponge for their infinite anxieties. That's all. You can't blame Luis for wanting to end that cycle. How could anyone accept that they lived in a world that miserable?
Even so, I don't want to give up on it.
Come on, snap out of it!
What?
Her voice.
My, such disbelief on your face. But once you stop to consider it, the ideas fall apart. Come now. Magic? Some otherworldly force capable of anything, with anxiety as its fuel? A fanciful idea to sustain a fantasy world. Illusion. All of it. Those curiosities in academia, they were there because of the place's connection to true reality. And not even they could endure.
It was really all illusion?
You still don't
Even
believe me.
magic?
Why is that?
This place? I know it's not real.
But why? What unfinished business remains in an unwinnable battle? If I hadn't saved you, you would have died there. You don't have to chase your fears and anxieties based on some misguided concept of justice. It was all illusory, and there is no shame in accepting that. Reality is a monolith. Reality is unchangeable. So stay here in Utopia, in the place you loved reading about so much.
This place, it isn't a utopia.
I've been thinking about it for some time. Does the novel truly depict the ideal world?
You deny it? Will you deny that the world of the novel is Utopia?
I understand that. It's hard to say it, but this place isn't an ideal world, after all. And
I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts, right? Music was the first magic this world ever knew, after all. Makes the road a little easier.
The melody I've come to know echoes around me, arousing my spirit once more. Magic hasn't been lost.
The journey, my friends, they were as real as anything I've known.
Why won't you understand? Please, I don't want you to die. I can't lose anything else. Truly, I see. I understand now. I remember. I had indeed lost everything. Despite my lofty ideals, I lost everything. Academia, the woman I loved, even my only child.
He was a dad?
Reality isn't just cruel. It's cruel beyond any hope of change. That's why I had wished for someone to strike me down and end my misery.
Shh, don't say it yet.
Who hoped for death?
My name is Ethludius V. I once reigned as king.
It is the young king. So that...
Or
yeah, his
I'm
dad.
half of one, to be accurate. I was born of the very magic that split the prince in twain and gave rise to you and this place. No, it is not real. We are inside the book you hold. It served as your key to visiting me. This was the form of my youth, when first I entered the ancient sanctum. Perhaps it would be best to call me a discarded shadow of idealism. I once took such joy and passion from my ideals. I truly believed that I might end the strife and discrimination that plagued our people across nigh endless years. But the tremendous incomprehension and injustice that defines our world was more than I could bear. It broke me. And Luis is likely going through the same thing. I want to save you from that despair. I understand now that I would do this as your father. I could not bear to lose my child a second time. If you stay here, at least you'll be saved. Do you truly still want to leave this place and risk your life to face a reality you can't change?
Absolutely.
The battle's not over yet.
You are on the cusp of dying at Luis's hands. Is that not proof enough that we lack the power to change reality? I can't let you throw your life away against that man. Even if you come to hate me for it. Fantasy is a curse, sweet in seeming. And if I must save you from it, I will teach you what reality is. I suppose our promise to travel the world someday is destined to be only another unfulfilled dream. Archetypes embody the power of heroes who sought to change the world.
Well...
And even having mastered such power against Luis, you could accomplish nothing. I wrote all my ideals into my novel, but my love's death showed me how empty it all was. You cannot sacrifice your one life for an empty dream.
I have to try at
Why?
Why
Don't they
can't
hate
you
it?
see that those ideals will only invite ruin? If no one else, you must live. That world is beyond your help.
Strange.
Beyond any utopia. You must face reality, my son.
Well, I mean, at least they didn't do the whole, like, oh, he's actually evil thing. Because my guess, like, super early on was, oh, he's gonna be evil. My other guess was that he's actually Luis. like way earlier
okay.
in the game because I said they kind of look
Royal
alike.
Soul.
But
This is it.
So you would vainly struggle onward in the real world. The novel I wrote for you seems to have kindled only ideals of naivete in you. Then even my folly has come to haunt you. My mistakes poison your life. As your father, you leave me no choice. I will put an end to this madness.
I will fight. I won't hold back. Still here?
It was in this story, in this book, where you found your
look at him
ideals.
heals.
Haven't you always dreamt of utopia?
Daddy
Why
was
did you resist it
eating.
now? Why refuse me? Why?
The magic
This
seal.
is reality.
Oop.
Why? You were my
That must have been
first
intentional.
reader. You of all people have to understand. This is for your sake.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm going to now.
You don't have to fight this. So this is what it means to truly strive toward an ideal. What irony. After I spoke of fulfilling my dream alongside you. What power! To see the archetypes brought to such heights in so little time. If you go back now, your ambitions will avail you nothing. You'll only die a dog's death. What is it that drives you so?
Oh,
You gave up on your hopes, but I will not.
What? You think I chose to give up? Are you this determined to cling to your beliefs? Is that truly what separates us and keeps me confined here? Such power. Can it be? No matter how dire your fate, you never gave up. You surmounted every barrier, gathered and united soul after soul, and now, at last, across 3 nations, 8 tribes, and humankind. To unite heroes across such abyssal divides would require surpassing power. The king of all archetypes. Is that the role you would seize? A true king in body and soul.
Do you hear me? Your Highness!
Oi! Wake up, Your Highness!
How? Their voices reach you? Even here? It would seem your future is not yours alone to decide.
My friends are waiting for me.
The support and ardor of your allies. Yes. The very power that reveals paths beyond your own perspective. I see. That is whence you draw your power. Neglect anxiety, and magic will lead to ruin. Even before the War of Destruction, the downfall was foretold. Yet still, they met their prophesied end. Perhaps archetypes are the will of humankind of old, left to us. A plea that we learn from their failures, that we might rebuild the future ripped from them.
I have to try. I want to know how far I can go.
Fascinating. Even as you face down the gravest oppression of reality, still you persist. Still you seek the world's unknowns as precious possibility. I see. Well, if you can believe there is more to the story than the end I see, then it is yours to tell. Once you return to reality, this place will surely fade as the dream it is. I, myself, will not be spared. Unlike you, my other half is long gone. and any reunion lost. But if I truly am the idealized soul and hope of your father, then before I fade, I entrust you with the power of my life. Not as the author Moore, but as your father, the king.
Damn, so his name was Moore because really there was more to him. The city before me fades away. Just like will is willpower. I'm back in academia. I wrote my ideals as a fantasy novel because I believed that there is power in fantasy. Though all my story ultimately did was trail in the glories of the past, perhaps yours will show us the true power of fantasy.
Now then.
So carry on as you would. Make your final preparations. My time as Moore may be coming to an end, but I can continue to serve you in that role. This could very well be my last time here. I should ensure I leave with no regrets.
Listen here. That means...
Set your party? Oh, I was gonna open the menu.
Yes.
Don't worry.
What now?
Oh. I have the party I want, thankfully. We'll do third one. Just to be safe. Where's Kitty? Kitty. No, you can't say he's dead. That's mean. I'm gonna find him. Cats don't exist. Yeah.
All right.
If you leave here, you'll never be able to return. Are you certain you're done all you need to? When you leave that door, a predicament awaits you, if that's even a strong enough word. Luis, transformed into a demon, and at his side, death itself.
However,
But you have already overturned your fated demise once. If you do emerge victorious and become king, you will truly have proved your ideals correct. That fantasy is not just an empty dream, but one with the power to change the world. Seems as though my novel has outlived its usefulness. Feel free to leave the old book here. From now on, you'll be the one writing the story. Your own true tale of fantasy.
the kingdom rests in your hands now. If there is yet any value to believing in something beyond us, prove to me that fantasy has the power to color reality. Now, onward, O King of a new dawn!
Trail of a New Dawn?
Everyone! He's awake!
Is he all right?
Hulkenberg!
Huh. Considering it was we who engaged Amata's gambit, this must be rather humorous to him.
We pulled through, thanks to Neurus. Can't believe he caught us mid-plummet on that busted Skyrunner.
Well, don't leave out Heismay. Wouldn't have expected his wings to be so handy.
Never again.
We're in good shape. Our wounds have already healed. It was all so fast. I'm still a little shocked.
Yeah, I think it had to do with Moore's intervention.
True. It's bound to be everyone hoping the best for us below. Like what Luis did. Only the magic working in reverse. What?
Because that was a lot of craziness and chaos for that moment. Thank God behind the door. Well, yeah, I saw the cat in the cutscene, and then the cat was gone.
Why? Why do you still stand in defiance? What drives such tenacity?
Luis! The world is full of injustice. Not everything you've said is wrong, much as it hurts to admit.
Yet, you would give up because you see no other way. And no future can come from that. We may struggle with fear and anxiety, but we shape our own destiny with our own hands. I have no doubts.
Yes, you're a man who has endured tragedy. It's foolish, I know, all this talk of belief. I know well. That said, if you cast aside all belief, all that remains is to endure a slow death.
As for me, I believe things can change. I have to. Singing and believing aren't so far apart, right? Even then, my songs touched you too. I know they did.
After I'd idealized my death more than I ever did my life, thanks to a chance encounter, everything changed for me. Now I can hope for the best, without fearing for the worst. The possibilities are endless. If you ask me, that's what magic is.
Luis, you got all these people who believe in you, because you gave them a shred of hope. And now, you want to crush that hope. Maybe you're the one who's scared. Deep down, you're afraid to admit to yourself, you're the one who's hopeless now.
Luis, the fairies came to live in the Sanctum. But do you know why we chose it? The Elder Tribe. We admired the people of humanity. To make our dreams into realities, we have to trust each other. When people do that, that's what makes them so amazing. If you deny the power of trust, if you make the world a place where it can't exist, then you're just plain wrong!
Fools. These false foundations. Who in their right mind could promise such fantasy?
The shoulder guard was certainly a design choice.
I will never let injustice be repeated. Never again!
His aura is entirely different. It's a magla burst. Luis is becoming a human.
It's more fantasy.
No choice now.
We prove ourselves with all that we are!
Let's go then! This is our final battle!
Again, the world must be shattered, and again it must be rebuilt anew.
Really? Now this is the
You
final
will die
battle.
in
You
tribute
can
to
tell
my
because he's big.
ideals, Prince.
We'll win this. For the sake of our world.
And the music sounds kind of epic. Destroyer Caradrings? Oh shit, there's 3 masks. It kills God again.
I've got just the dance for you. Behold this power. No need to rush this.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
I call upon the royal soul.
I can't afford to hold. I call upon royal power within!
There is no power in your fantasy.
Cilio left him wide open.
Let's
Let's
go.
hit that new weakness.
Flare!
This is just what I need. This might sting.
Are you prepared?
Well, you better be ready.
Right in their weak spot. Beat him down,
hold back.
Cilio.
I'll cut through!
Give in to anxiety.
Cilio, nice dodge.
The inequities of the world can only be cleansed if the strong subsume the weak. Now,
Basilio said,
Be a noble
no. I'll pass, thanks.
sacrifice yourself to the new age.
What? Is he trying to swallow those people? Wait, they're puppets? Come on, this has to work. I'll protect all of us. I'm sensing deadly magma in the puppets. Attack him before he swallows more.
You know, I just realized the puppets hanging on, like, that are crucified. I didn't really notice them. I was more focused on the middle part of his body.
There is no power in your fantasy.
Behold this power.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I see Heisme on the left. Wait, that's not... Is that Rella? That's not Nuris. On the left?
Burn!
In the name of justice!
That's cool.
Warrior!
It's the races?
Hack and slash!
Oh, okay.
Right on target. Nice
Who should
one,
I-
Troll.
You're out.
Cilio left him wide open. Let's hit that new weakness.
Vitus power! The magic seed!
Yes! The puppet's magma's fading.
I've got
Oh, it's
just
gone.
the dance. I call upon a royal soul.
Bye.
I call upon royal power within!
Our new
Here I go.
ideals have no need.
Right in their weak spot. Beat him down,
Come forth,
Cilio.
royal soul! A tough one!
Mass dancer. Sure don't give up easy.
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
No! Not the UG!
No holding back!
Oh no. That does cost a lot
I'll
of
cut you
MP.
down!
Stay insane in a fight? No bloody...
Come here!
No, bloody.
Basilio. That's what they get when they mess with you.
Let's go. You better be sure. Take it.
Helpful as ever.
Masked dancer!
In the
Remove
name
their-
of
Actually remove their buffs. Oh yeah, it did.
Come forth, royal soul.
This is it!
You struggle in vain. Give in to the truth. Your fantasy.
Yeah, I don't want to find
no
out.
meaning whatsoever. Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Masked dancer! Raging fire!
There is no
Are you prepared? I'll cut you down.
Right on target. Nice one,
Here I
Stroll.
go. Yeah.
The puppet's magla's fading.
Let's go.
It's gone.
The magic seeds.
Our new
I'll
world
show you.
ideals have no need for you.
Going for the weak spot!
Maybe he'll waste a turn preparing it. He will.
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Basilio, they're wearing down your defenses.
Oh, even if it's AoE.
World of old and its people.
The puppet's magla's fading.
I won't hold back.
Oh, it's gone. Honestly, I could have just used that and probably would have won the battle already.
Not this. Fight is power. With healing power.
I owe you.
Thank you.
Kind of do, actually.
I'll give you the please after you.
In the name. You first.
My shoulders.
Well, yeah, I meant like at this point, though.
Basilio, they're wearing down your defenses.
I love this path.
Let's work together.
Let me help.
It's still up.
Almost dead.
That's not good.
This heralds a
He's
new
building up an incredible amount of magla.
sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Basilio's anxiety is spiking. We gotta defend him until he shakes it off. I call upon a
I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it now.
You can count on me.
Helpful as ever. Thanks. I can't afford to hold. No holding back. Let's make an end of it.
Let's do that.
right on target.
Damn it.
Nice one, Stroll.
This race.
Oh, he used the thing I wanted him to anyway.
Beat him down, Basilio.
Lucky.
A tough one.
Don't watch me.
Don't watch me, she said.
Sorry, my
I
mistake.
shall. They die hard.
Sacrifice yourself to the new age.
Basilio's anxiety is spiking. We gotta defend him until he shakes it off.
Down.
Juna,
Be
Careful! Your
I won't hold
defenses are
back!
down!
The magic seed is still here.
I call upon a royal soul! Raging fire!
Yes! The puppet's magla's fading!
Let's do this! It's up to you. Not done yet.
What's going on?
Right in their weak spot. Beat him down, Cecilia!
Oh, we won.
My world! My perfect world!
Woo!
Not yet. I refuse. I won't let it end like this.
Reaper.
You will be a sacrifice. You will sustain the strong.
His face is so wild looking.
Oh, peon!
His magla has gone out of control. At this rate, even a man of Luis's mental strength would lose his grip on sanity.
Oh,
In
it
the
is so
end,
good.
Even he couldn't escape his own anxiety.
Then by his own logic, we've got to put him down. The weak deserve to die. The bastard's own words, yeah?
If he saw a threat in our power, then let us wield it.
You can't just believe in nothing. Nobody can rely on themselves alone. It's a pitiful way to live, and it's time we put an end to it.
Luis Guiaban! Here and now, I will strike you down!
Okay, it's time to do this! Give us our final call to arms!
Come on, everyone. Let's go!
This is our last chance. We've come this far. We have to end this here and now.
Gotta rethink.
Unfortunate, I do not have.
I'll give you the performance of a lifetime. I'll go with
Thanks. I shall fight as the no holding back.
Stay. Here I go.
Why did you do so much damage?
Left him wide open. Let's hit that new weakness.
I will fight his power. The magic seed.
Nice hit. That was perfect.
I've got just the dance for you. You might say it's to die for. Let's get some
My
use
thanks.
out of it.
I can't. Are you prepared?
All right.
Right in their weak spot. Beat him
I
down,
will fight
Cecilia.
through. This is it.
I'll go with
I
it.
knew you'd help.
Feel true terror.
He really does. I feel like the fight before was like the true final boss, and then this one's kind of like, you know, I don't want to say a victory lap, but it definitely doesn't seem as bad. Even though she did just die.
Magla's all gathering together.
To be fair, I
Aura's
used 3 turns.
overpowering. It's making it harder to fight. Just hold
What are my
on.
options?
I mean, 2?
Could do with this.
Time for my grand
I'm ready
comeback.
whenever.
Ah,
Right in their weak spot.
I got what
Beat
you
him
mean.
down, Cecilio.
We're not out of this yet.
Helpful as ever.
That helped.
That helped us out.
Why? Why can you not understand my ideals?
Maybe because your lips don't move. That's the diff. There's only one for you. Oh my god.
Joel's badly wounded. Can anyone heal him?
the fight not fun. I can imagine.
Stroll can't take any more! Someone heal him! Stroll, they've sapped your
Give me your aid!
Here I go!
Right in their weak spot. Beat him down, Basilio!
Healing power!
I owe you.
Thank you.
I owe you one.
After me! Tougher than I thought.
A world born of fantasy. It must not be.
Seriously?
Feel true terror.
Someone get him back on his feet!
You defy me.
Come on, this has to work!
Yeah, I can imagine.
I can protect us. Stroll got knocked out! Can anyone get him back on his feet? Captain, they've got your defenses down!
We're not out of this yet!
That helped.
Thanks.
Fast, Dancer. You can count on me.
Juna, careful!
I call upon royal power within.
It's up to you. Right in their weak spot. Beat him
Let's
down,
set it up.
Basilio!
Coordination is key.
And he's dead.
My world!
Woohoo!
But why? Why is it still beyond me?
Because this is my fantasy. My metaphor.
Dawn breaks.
For I am John Metaphor, savior of the world. Sorry, it's FF10. Hey, go away. No one wants to see your ugly mug in the sky anymore.
Look! He's done it! He's finally beaten Luis!
Does this mean he's won? I'm not dreaming this.
He did it.
Not yet. I have my ideals. Witness!
I swear to God. Why weren't you a romance option?
Everyone's fighting their fear and
She wasn't
anxiety.
even a follower.
Nobody knows for sure what's right. And even through all that, the people have declared you king!
We fight for more than justice. Show him our will against his. Show him the fall of his world.
Oh, hi, Ellie.
Hold fast to your ideals! 'Tis your sworn duty as king!
You wielded the power of kings! It's time to stop following in their footsteps! Now it's your turn to take your place with them!
Your
Brother.
fantasy is naught but lies!
Yeah, you tell yourself that, brother.
What's going on?
Spoilers. And yes, that is a joke. I don't actually mean spoilers. For anyone else that is worried.
Now, die!
No. Fantasy is more than an empty dream. It's a dream with the power to change the world!
Oh, I evolved from the prince archetype to the king archetype. Honestly, that should be a thing in New Game Plus. You have the king archetype. Right? Like, just let it be OP as AF. Who cares, right? I've not heard a single thing about it. Save the country! I finally bested my adversary, Luis, who had become a threat to all mankind. Thankfully, the nightmare of an entire populace transformed into humans has been averted. This nation has some hope for a future.
That must be the Lord that governs Utopia and all worthy champions.
Oh, hey.
The hero's archetype.
I called it.
The king.
Instantly.
I see. At long last, fantasy
I didn't realize
has
that's
become
actually
a
what it
force
was.
that frees people from anxiety. The harbinger of change for a deadlocked reality.
Goodbye, Daddy.
The people have chosen my son. With that, my tremendous gamble hath borne fruit. Thus it is that my duty here draws to a close.
It is done.
And now, the novel you wrote with such passion will finally begin a new chapter.
Oh, hey,
This
it's your wife.
voice. Is that... could it be? But how?
While flames swept through the sanctum, I cast a final spell to abandon my body and survive in soul. I became an immaterial being among the fairies.
Wait, so she's
unhurt
actually
to,
been around the whole
so I
time?
might provide guidance to the child on his most perilous path.
The power of the archetypes. Was that your doing?
No. All I did was awaken them to it.
Aww.
My voice carried the words they needed to hear. That power is no great and rare treasure. It is something that might be grasped
sure
by anyone
does.
with the will to change the world. And anyone has the power to change the world. Those children proved as much. Now, that boy has grasped the courage of a warrior. All dragons who still roamed the continent have fallen by his hand. For what greater embodiment of the impossible is there than a dragon? And he now possesses the power and will to quell those forces.
I see. Then he is not so weak a child that I must hold his hand. I am truly sorry. I lost all the power I once knew. I saw the sanctum burn. And you. I lost you. Once they took our child from me, all my remaining hope went with him.
Yeah,
and so I placed
I had
my
a feeling.
faith in the royal magic. I believe that if this world would choose him,
When she said that.
there would still be hope.
This shall do. That boy's fight, and ours, is finally over. The people no longer need some mystic relic or some lofty magics to
It's
soothe their
Jover.
fears. They have found the strength to overcome it within, provided they can turn their anxiety into strength and never stop walking toward the unknown. Reality will ever change. Their world shall be one full of possibility.
This isn't about the throne anymore. It marks the beginning of a new era, led by those who are truly worthy of the people's trust. Almost the appointed time now. The day is dawning on a new king's reign. And with it, my true passing. However, if I may truly end my life with pride in my boy, and my love at my side, I've no regrets.
It's been a long road to this moment, hasn't it?
It has indeed. But for our son, a new journey now begins.
Aw. When the book disappears, so does he.
Heed me, all people of the kingdom. Dawn breaks, and the appointed hour hath come.
He speaks. With the announcement of our new king, everything finally ends.
I now settle the long-contested succession to the throne.
Yay, we did it.
They who hath gathered the most faith from their subjects amassed. They who have overcome this fierce contest. The throne's new sovereign, I now reveal. Behold, your new king of your kingdom united.
It's a tie. Oh, I don't like that.
Look! It's him! Yeah!
Yay! Look! Look, that's him, isn't it? He won!
He certainly did, Lord. He really did. Oh, I still can't believe it.
He sure do.
Boy pulled it off. His Majesty, the new king.
I won't accept it! The new king is Camp Louis.
You can't just crown his son after all. That's cheating, that is. Rise up, people! Riot!
Get over it.
Disorderly conduct will not be permitted.
Settle down. The tournament is over. Our new king has been decided, and the royal capital falls under His Majesty's rule. Threaten it, and you shall face the wrath of the Crown Theocracy's warrior monks.
Well, at least Godot got in line. Where he should have been.
They really did it.
So I also noticed, everyone that's in Elda has a not British accent, other than Luis. Everyone else does not.
Descended once again upon the royal capital, and the day of the new king's coronation arrived.
And I think that was intentional so he could fit in. Like, purposefully changed his voice. Because, you know, fantasy is British, but reality is American. Does that make sense?
Boy, coronation really crept up on us. There's a lot of people in the crowd.
I hope I can do this.
Don't tell me you're nervous. After everything we survived already, stage fright should be nothing for you.
He was also just... Exactly. And I think that's why he was able to blend in so well.
All the same, my heart's pounding out of my chest. Is it? Nothing you're not used to then. It's just like with the archetypes.
I love...
Just keep your head high.
It'll be fine. We'll keep the crowd warmed up.
Our crew is here, and then Maria.
Your newfound dignity suits you well, Your Highness. But I suppose you have outgrown that title. Your Majesty. Yes, that too suits you well.
Your Majesty, I hope I can live up to that title.
By the way, Saw some of them Senate fat cats hovering about, acting like they've been supporting us from the start, of course. Always on the winning side, eh?
Better than the alternative, no? Especially since we've got some Luis diehards among the people.
I hear that many are concerned about his proficiency with statecraft. To be honest, I'm not so sure myself.
And their concern is justified. It's not as though I swayed the entire kingdom to my idealistic views.
Juna will stand as moderator at the podium. His Majesty will only be asked for a few brief answers. First, the people would know how you aim to lead them. How will you respond to that, Your Majesty?
I'm not sure how I'll rule. Zaliva Harvestella. Oh! I never did play that, but at least I know that name. The name of the game, I mean.
I'll confront any challenge for my people. I know I'm inexperienced, but I'll strive to do my utmost, with all of you at my side.
That's fine. The people have about had it with pompous monologues. Better to say what you mean with determination.
Not a game in replay.
Still,
Fair.
There are a lot of people in the crowd who have never supported you. How are you going to respond to them?
Let my work prove my words.
I'll have to let my work prove my words. With results, I hope everyone can feel that our future will be brighter.
You went from a nobody to the top seat in the nation. No need to puff up and bluster anymore, what? You'll do fine.
A ruler must only stand tall. The rest is not done alone. We are with you.
Indeed. And we're no strangers to more practical work. Whatever our tasks, I'm sure we can handle them.
Well, it is time to make your first appearance as our king. Let us brace ourselves.
Good luck.
Thanks for always having my back.
Well, let's go. To His Majesty, the new king.
Wowie.
All right, a warm welcome, please! His Majesty, the new king! Your Majesty, you're so young!
Please.
Oh my god.
My king, your subjects would hear how you intend to lead them.
Relax, okay? Take it easy and use your own words.
As a ruler, I've much to learn. I cannot say what I'll accomplish. And yet, I believe the world can change by our hand. And to that end, I will face any odds.
Now, Your Majesty, a few more words. Naturally, some under your rule now supported other people in the race. How do you respond to their voices?
There will be times I let you down. I know that. Only results can prove my intent. But still, even should you oppose your king, you can always believe in your own future. I will make sure of it.
Yeah, he doesn't have the same unique appearance that he did earlier, and I kind of miss
A
that.
nation where dreams and fantasies are always in reach. Will surely be a challenge.
We'll make it happen.
There you go. If you can pull that off, you'll be the finest king we've known. Well then, this is it. Your attention, please.
No lord remains for you to kneel before. Please take the crown with your own hands, my king.
God, that crown is so gaudy. You did it! Yay!
Ah, long have I awaited the arrival of this day.
Oh?
This journey has reached its end. He came to know the goodness of a hero's heart, and became the king his people had always hoped for. But as this journey ends, so another begins. I'd like you to watch over him on his path for a little longer yet.
What?
1 year has passed since the arrival of the new king.
Whoa! A year? What do you mean 1235? That's not a day.
Hey, heard the news? They're finally reopening that mage academy that got closed down.
You don't say. The famous one deep in the Montario Mountains. Really? I'm impressed. It only took them a year.
They've even paved a proper mountain road. And get this, their headmistress is none other than Lady Juno.
Oh no.
What? The songstress?
Well, she is one of the king's 6 partisans. If she managed to help save the world from Luis, I expect she knows a thing or two about magic. Sounds like they plan to fully open the magic researcher's findings to the people, too. Quite a turn from when the late Sanctifex banned it.
Makes sense to me. After the clash between His Majesty and Luis last year, everyone knows you don't really need an igniter to use magic.
And that's just today's news. It's surprise after surprise, ever since us church folk got the boot from the palace.
Hard to believe it's already been a full year. Only natural that there would still be unrest among the people.
Even the Royal Knights. Their leadership was bound to the church more than anything, and now he's out on his ear too. And replaced by Sir Jaime Noctul, no less. You believe that? The Royal Knights, led by a chief of all things. Though he's one of the 6 partisans himself. When he speaks, everyone listens. No one's about to complain.
Even Parliament now invites citizen representatives to hearings. Strange to think we'd been deaf to the voice of the people until now. It's unbelievable, compared to the days of the autocrats. How swiftly the times change, eh?
Credit where it's due. I think it's thanks to His young majesty. Remember last year's coronation? Unprecedented, that. Saw heroes of all different tribes celebrating the king's victory. Celebrating among the common folk, even. They tell me some of the younger aristocrats have taken to calling it the Great Reconciliation. It really is a tragedy, what happened to his father, the king. But considering how his sons turned out, I hope he's at peace.
Indeed. Yet the real test is still to come. The first year has seen a lot of good, but we've still got our share of problems.
People are smiling more now. Smiles won't solve the magnitude or multitude of problems we still face.
Speaking of His Majesty, I've also heard some folks saying they've seen a boy wandering around these parts who looks just like him. You don't suppose?
Ah, can't be. Without his escorts? Besides, what business would a king have in this place?
Suppose you're right.
Just, you know, eavesdropping.
Mountains upon mountains of appeals from the people. How many days will this take to sort?
After all the trouble you took to flee politics.
Can we?
And somehow you're now the preeminent ladyship of your house. Such is fate.
Despite everything, this year has passed in surprising peace, hasn't it? Honestly,
Luis?
with the royal scepter disappearing like that, I feared more dissent.
Perhaps after Luis, they swore they could never let that happen again. Either way, more and more are dealing with conflicts calmly and openly. Promising.
It promises that I'll have an eternally cluttered desk.
Here, Your Majesty. I've brought in the next load.
Can we have
Here we
alternate
go.
outfits for them? I'd like that.
Not half bad, right? Hey! Isn't the king supposed to be here?
When did he? I've said countless times not to leave unannounced.
Oh, all this decoration doesn't suit me. How would Luis and Forden put up with all this damn finery?
Can
Your
buy
Majesty?
alternate outfits?
Are you here?
Oh, yeah.
Juna's back from her
true.
inspection.
Apologies, Troll. I'll look for him now.
I just want these.
Wait! I'm coming with you!
I mean.
Oh, good grief. Some things never change. Not that they should.
I'd say life has changed plenty for us. Yet somehow our captain's same as he ever was.
Yeah, that's a pretty regal looking picture.
And then, well, I might have got a bit too fresh with them stuck-up Sanctists.
We're just
but those bloody
chilling with a
church folk
drunk
been
guy?
looking down on us for years, you know? Still, it was other Sanctists what stepped in to keep things peaceable too. I reckon they're not all bad. Guess me cogs turning. They lost both their Sanctifex and the Saint Lady last year. Got their own struggles, I expect.
As authority weakens, power falls to the hands of those who have never wielded it. We must ensure it does not corrupt and give rise to new conflict.
Not like it excuses all of them or makes me want to go up and shake a Sanctor's hand, but you really put some perspective on it.
I believe you'll come to understand them.
You know what, lad? You're all right. You ever need some good, honest work? I'll get you squared, eh?
I'm glad to see more optimism in the world. Still, it will take more than that to effect true change.
I should have known you'd be wandering around without your escorts again. How is it, being able to hear the city's honest thoughts? If you told them you're the king, it'd knock them sideways. I'm sorry you ended up coming all this
True.
way. Maria's actually out on an errand right now.
And I suppose I'll wait until she comes back.
You sure? That girl always ends up on detours. No telling how long she'll be. Either way, let's keep your head down. You know what happens when you're too obvious about this. Sooner or later, the Lady Captain of the Royal Guard.
Oh, there you are. I knew we'd find you here, for crying out loud.
That was fast.
So you were here.
Speak of the devil.
Let us return, Your Majesty. And I thought I had informed you that Juno would be back from her expedition today.
I'll go back soon.
I have a few stops left in the city, though.
You do know I practically sprinted out the gates to find you. To settled, I shall come with you on every excursion.
Not dressed like that, you won't. You know how we like snooping around, inconspicuously.
Point taken.
He'll be fine. His Majesty is not about to fall prey to some alleyway scandal, surely. Right, Your Majesty. If you see Maria about, do slow down for a chat. She'll be shattered if she finds out she just missed you.
Fine. Now, Your Majesty, once your business here is finished, please make sure you return to the palace with all swiftness.
Well,
All right.
oh! Maria, where are you?
Let's go.
This reminds me of the first time Maria went missing. It seems so long ago now. She might be praying in the Grand Cathedral, just like back then. Before heading for the Grand Cathedral, why not go talk to everyone else first? They're all in the royal capital to prepare for the new year, so let's find them.
Hey?
This... Oh no.
Come now.
When you finish your business outside the palace, please promise me you'll return to resume your duties, Your Majesty. You take this as my pressuring you not to venture out. That's not it at all. Only that as a captain of the Royal Guard, I must know your whereabouts at all times. You needn't be so serious, Hulkenberg. Lighten up, maybe? You mean to say I am too fussy? Well, 'tis only proper for the captain of the Royal Guard. To be over-familiar would set a poor example. Imagine the scandalized faces of the rank-and-file guard.
Of course.
That said, not a day goes by that I don't reflect on our travels, now only a year past. I owe regaining my pride as a knight to that journey. I was but a wanderer searching in vain for the prince, and it was through you I learned he yet lived. And in the end, it was your ascent to the throne I supported.
And so?
I never tire of the faces the younger guards make when I tell them of the time you acted as witness to my duel. You made your duel with Rodin. Yes, thanks to you, I was able to face him with eyes forward and put my past behind me. I'm pleased to say the knights of today are nothing like what they were under Rodin's command. Soldiers take up their sword not for those in power, but for the people. And as the champion of the people yourself, we will do all in our power to protect you, our king. You did not make it easy by sneaking out of the palace as you do, though I suspect the soldiers are getting used to your chaotic tendencies. They know they protect not just a king, but a ruler who stands beside his people and hears their voices in clarion truth.
This I vow.
I will protect you with my life, as I have always endeavored to, Your Majesty. Only let me stay by your side to do so.
What do you want to do?
There's still other people we can talk to, but did you want to go see Maria now?
You're not serious. All right then.
Pleasure to see you.
Why, hello, Your Majesty. It's only been a year since your coronation, but I see you've become quite apt at sneaking away from your palatial duties. Descriptions say the cat is still around. Let me check! Under constant fire from knaves of all trades, con artists and critics alike, your opening act has been rather tumultuous, no? Oh, has it? I hadn't noticed. How kingly an answer. Never missing an opportunity to display how capable you are. Commendable. Besides, most of these agitators are the kind of scum that stirs the pot in hopes they might benefit from the country's turmoil. Nothing I couldn't handle, of course. All in a day's work for the royal adjutant? Yes. The royal adjutant to the Citizens' Council. Quite an ally I've made, I should hope.
Hey.
I wonder if my mother would be the slightest bit proud to see who I've become. That I'm doing my damnedest to use my talents for good, as I always should have. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yes.
I hope so. I was such a problem child. I'd like to make this a country where honest folk like my mother can be happy.
Now that you mention it.
That reminds me. Do you remember Dataram, my hometown's landowner? He told me to send you his regards. He's since confessed his crimes and is awaiting trial. You were the one who awakened his conscience. It makes sense, doesn't it? You've proven your ideals to be true. That's why the country is doing so well. There's nothing more to it.
Thank you.
I'm hardly qualified to speak of pride, but if this country has one, it's you, and I'm proud to be among its people. Perhaps under your rule, the day will come that even me, Nydia, can walk around, about freely in our true forms. Oh, you're curious what I look like in my true form? I'd be happy to oblige, but let's save that for another time, shall we? Only his cat remains in town. Yeah, it's around somewhere. I don't know where yet. Basilio.
Yo.
Aye, out inspecting again. Seems a work pain to me, but I appreciate you going to all the efforts. Making your rounds, Basilio?
Hey,
Yeah, Captain of the Chadian Brigade reporting in. And I'm pleased to report that there's nothing to report, Your Majesty, so I'm taking a break. Bit of a mouthful, Ned. Still not used to calling myself a captain, besides. We've even taken in some survivors from Luis's troops, you know. But don't you worry, I've got 2 eyes on them, even when I ain't looking. But, way I see it, they weren't the ones trying to make the world worse. I just gotta show them how power is supposed to be used, yeah? We owe it to you, there's less discrimination in the city these days. Fewer and fewer turn into a life of crime and make ends meet. Dill could see Grand Trad today. His eyes would bug out. And not just Del, all of the guys who didn't make it. I only wish they could have seen it for themselves.
Yeah.
Same. As long as we keep them in our memory, it's close to saving them as we can get, Vinka included. We built this peace with a lot of blood and tears. So I say those of us who made it this far owe it to all of them who didn't what didn't to protect it. Maybe I've got nothing to report today, but it's not like bad people just stop being bad because you're new or because you're king now.
Thank you.
Been through a lot though, so thanks for not giving up on us, or the world for that matter. You spotting your trouble that I didn't spot first, you just point me at it. I'll solve it quick like.
Oh.
Well, I see our king is out on some personal business, eh? I believe Hulkenberger was searching for you, but I suppose it's none of my business who comes or goes. I'm on break myself.
Just...
Only, try not to frustrate your royal guards overmuch, They all take their duties quite seriously, much like the captain. Who am I kidding? Unlike who smiles is surely a myth. That's become clear to me since becoming titled. Could be more bizarre. A UGF outcast, once a wanted criminal with a bounty on his head, made Knight Commander. There was of course some opposition at first, but the more heart-to-heart talks I've had, the more accepting they've become, albeit gradually.
Right.
The world has only begun to change.
True.
Indeed. Brand titles and posts across the nation are held by all manners of tribe now, each contributing with their respective strengths. I've realized over the past year just how much a nation is defined by its people. No matter how great a king, he alone does not a country make.
However...
Yet he stands for those very people, as symbol, representative. But the king and those around him are of mixed tribes. It has already caused a great shift in sentiment, even for those in the royal villages. You speak of your hometown?
Yes.
Indeed. They had shut themselves away, and now they actively engage with other villages. Your coronation inspired that village to greater heights. It proved that barriers can be broken, and that even they could take the first step. New winds are blowing in every corner of the country. I'll have to make another trip back home with my son to see the changes for myself soon enough. And someday, I hope distant generations will grow up only knowing conflict born of tribal differences from history books. Look how happy he is. In his picture, he's so cute.
We shall.
We've a ways to go before that day comes, but until it does, let us forge the path toward it, Your Majesty.
All right then.
He's so stinking cute.
Ah, brilliant. Thanks.
All right then.
My king.
There you are, John Meadow. You were in town, so I decided to see if we might cross paths. I have so much to tell you about my inspection, so I'm afraid you'll need to clear your diary for me soon.
In that case...
Bring me any souvenirs?
Gosh!
Just focus on the report. Don't worry, I'll give you just the gist. Firstly, the Mage Academy's reconstruction is going swimmingly. Repairs are in full swing, and we're already processing admissions. I must say, I'm still surprised you appointed me, of all people, to be the Academy's headmistress. I was rather looking forward to going back on tour as a songstress. Oh, and shall I introduce you to my furry little friend? I scooped him up in the Academy, of all places. During the reconstruction, they stumbled on the little guy in some kind of observatory supposedly used by a king long ago. There's the cat. Considering the igniter around his neck, I'm sure he was being taken care of. I mean, there's there's no way a cat could survive alone in that cold, could he?
So...
Regardless, our mysterious kitty is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the Academy. All that knowledge was lost when it fell, so we're starting from scratch. It may even be hiding secrets as big as the Dragon Temple or the Sanctum. Oh, and I'm keeping the cat. Feels like fate, you know?
Speaking of which...
And speaking of fate, on my way back, I met up with Motus.
Now we're talking.
She's been keeping well, I hope?
Yeah.
More than well. Her throat has been fine, and she's a fairly prominent singer about town now. We both just keep soaring to new heights. Her in music, and me, coming face to face with magic again.
Hey!
Surely you remember magic was the first magic born in this world. Or music was the first magic born in this world, yes? When the heart expresses itself through music, it moves the heart of others. And when they make hearts swell, why, there's no end to the magic. So just you watch. With music and magic at my side, I'm going to change the world. All will have equal opportunity to hone their talents at the Mage Academy. Our doors are open to all. That's what my sister would have wanted, and if it makes the world a better place, why, isn't that just grand?
Magic.
Rella taught me that magic is more than a tool. It's in all of us, deep in our hearts. Wait a sec, isn't that the cat from Academia? If that place was made of magic, how was it here in real life? To say nothing of how he could have survived in a deserted ruin buried in the snow. It shouldn't be possible, right? I just think he's cute.
That's a good kitty.
He's never stopped looking cute. It doesn't bother you at all. You sure are something else. If memory serves, the last king did build himself a study in the Mage Academy. Do you think Academia was styled after that, maybe? I wonder what His Majesty, what more felt when he put this little guy in Academia. The cat tends to himself quietly, utterly impartial to us.
Dear me.
That's so funny. Judas like, I'm keeping him.
Dear me.
Ripping this is. All right now.
Someone found a cat in Persona 5 with the exact same heterochromic eyes as the protagonist. Oh, that's wild. Ho ho ho! What brings His Royal Majesty here? Come to feel the wind on your face too, have you? I guarantee that was supposed to be like a nod to the fact that this game was in progress when that game released.
Aha!
I know how it is. I've the fancy old title of Chief Engineer at the Kingdom Infrastructure Development Bureau and can research as I please now. But something's missing. So I threw off that stuffy old uniform and came to gaze upon the runner in the way I do.
About that.
I feel like I know what you mean when you say something's missing.
Oh.
I knew you'd agree. I think my bones are aching to feel the wind. I miss the days of dashing hither and thither. Hither and thither in the runner.
Perhaps.
Outside the cafe only at night. Not that I'm ungrateful for the gracious title you've given to a man who used to skulk about modifying runners. You haven't seen anything yet. Why, one day I'll invent a teleportation device that will deliver fresh fish straight from Oceania to your palatial plates. Good God. It would change the world, wouldn't you say? I'm just a bit, stuck at the beginning on the development.
Indeed.
And it's times like this I need stimulation of the mind. You have anything that might do the trick? Are you gonna send me on another Relicon? Don't pretend you didn't enjoy it. Every time you'd pop back in with one, I remember how I could hardly contain my excitement. Oh, I do so miss traveling like that. Even if the relics themselves were better off left untouched, they've become the guiding principles of my research, you know?
That's...
Convenience is important, but one must consider safety and the effects it might have on the world. An engineer who dumps a burden on future generations is no engineer at all.
However...
Still, it's no small feat to design perfect balance is safe and revolutionary. Even I struggle with it, and I'm a bally genius. Oh, I knew it. What I need is stimulation. Your Majesty. You know, like the soul-shaking speed and quiver of a drive engine. You'll let me know if you ever want to go out for a spin, won't you? My dear old girl's sparkling clean and always ready for takeoff.
Ripping this is.
He's so funny.
All right then.
The king himself out browsing the shops. Perhaps I need to draft up a royal certificate of appointment. Tell the world we supply goods to the royal family. That's a little embarrassing. Why stop there? You can give me a signed handprint to display on the walls. No, just my little joke. We're doing quite well, even without royal endorsement. The igniter I made at the children's request, the one that lights up with rainbow colors, is selling startlingly well. The store was packed with families and children.
Say,
I now hold a position where I control the distribution of all manner of goods throughout the kingdom as the head of the Igniter Consortium. I can't help but think that if I had been in the position sooner, then the church's violence, the tragedy of that village could have been prevented.
But
There was nothing you could have done at that time, Brigida. Knew that. I only rose to the position once you became king and shed light on what lurked in the shadows of this country. Now you can't take full credit, as it were. I was nominated for my new position by my colleagues. Our new king has changed this country but for the better. However, as a former arms dealer, it would be naive to think all weapons could ever disappear from this world.
yet.
It's all the more reason I hope that the reasons for people to wield them continue to decline. To that end, I'll continue doing all that I possibly can, for all that I am. Just as you do.
Speaking of,
Ah, yes. Do you remember my dog? I found the ones who took her. Naturally, I considered ending their lives. But there she was, sitting beside them. Evidently, they could not bring themselves to harm such a sweet creature, so they decided to keep her instead. I had no choice but to spare their lives. I couldn't subject a gentle dog to atrocities I'd commit in her name. You should come play with her sometime. I'm sure she remembers you.
Let's go see.
greetings.
Working hard as ever, John Meadow. Were you going about town and listening to what the people have to say? Myself, I've just come from the Crown Court, where I've been consulting with the people about their grievances and disputes as the Chief Magistrate.
well,
Our court is taking on common grievances?
Yes, of course.
In the past, we were busy with cases of violence and theft, but those have decreased remarkably.
In truth.
As you're undoubtedly aware, in the past many citizens were sentenced to hang without so much as a trial.
Alas.
I'm pleased to report things are different now. Anyone, regardless of race or status, can tell their side of the story in court and be judged equally and fairly. It just goes to show anything is possible, even for a priestess to become a chief magistrate. And my brother is making great strides as village chief. He rather hated the role before, but he's truly found his calling, I think.
The reason is,
As I said, no one knows what the future holds. It's all the more reason I try to guide people to good choices. I want to live in a society that practices kindness, where those who suffer need not turn to crime. And so I practice what I preach.
now that you mention it,
The other day, I went to visit Ovi's church to inquire with those who are sick there about how the kingdom can be more accessible to them. The people of the church were okay with you being there?
very well.
Yes, I had productive conversations with Ovi and the rest. Many who were sick have gotten better and want to ease into working again. Hearing them made me reflect on all the people who still need our help. Until now, the only hope those people had was God.
I do believe.
I want to fight for them to have options under laws and systems that they can rely on in addition to higher power. A country where all the tribes with all their values can join hands in harmony. That's what we need.
Because
You aim to achieve that too, yes, Your Majesty? I hope you'll allow me to keep walking alongside you in this.
all right then.
She's so stinking cute. Thank you.
pickle.
All right then.
That's something.
What an unexpected coincidence, Your Majesty. No guards with you today? Don't worry, I'm no tattletale. I myself just left a meeting going over how the provincial governments are doing. We convened for the new year.
Really?
I assume you're pretty busy these days.
Well...
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. But the job is its own reward. Knowing what good it does for the town. And I'm pleased to report, as head of the provincial lords, it's nothing but good news reaching my ears. Better relations between towns is employment up, and overall welfare too. Each town has its specialties and wisdom to offer, and when we combine our heads, there's no problem we can't solve. I just feel so blessed to be part of it. I know I made some blunders when I first stepped into the governor's role, but I'm happy to share my failings so others don't repeat my mistakes. That really brings me back.
Got to say,
I know I was trying to do too much on my own back then, and I got a bit overzealous. Of course, some lords are like I was once, and would rather manage things at their sole discretion than leave things to the people. And yes, taking every matter to public opinion can be laborious, with all the proceedings and disputes.
Then again...
Still, changing our own lives with our own hands makes the process worth the trouble.
Brilliant.
And choosing a king of our own will was all the inspiration we needed for change.
Lovely, that.
Oh, that was a fast one.
Amazing.
Hi there.
Oh, well, if it ain't the big man himself. Good timing, mate. I just got back into town. Long time no see, Katharina.
Oh, right.
Ain't it been? I've been out traveling since I took the reins on the Seekers Recon team. Hard to believe it's been half a year. And crazy doesn't begin to describe what's beyond the sea. The sights, the magic. Everything's so fantastic. I'm already itching to get back out there. Well, I'm not especially keen on dodging the blood cannonballs when my ship gets too close. Lots of tension out there, but what country isn't a little tense? Everything from the customs to the way they think is so different, my head spins. Makes all the tribal bickering seem right dull, if I can speak my mind. But this country's changing for the better. I'm glad I turned over the throne to you. Keep comparing my voice to Barden? Oh. Do tell me more. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Hold on.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Come on, I'm just roasting ya. After we knocked our heads, I knew I could trust you with making the lives of us Parapists better than they was. All my cohort have found jobs, and some of them have picked up new skills from being out at sea so long.
See you soon, I hope.
But don't you worry, your kingly head. I'll have it all whipped up in a report for you. Something proper kingish with it, yeah? I grew up in Scotland, but I think they're just hearing the accent. Really? That's really neat.
Say there.
Hey.
Skulking about the city, are we? Which is to say, Hulkenberg is on the hunt. A classic game of cat and mouse, though who is which, I dare not say. It's been a year since you ascended the throne, but it's like you've hardly changed. You haven't changed much either, Stroll. That's Lord or General Stroll, Your Majesty. I'll never get used to such titles. I really should take a page from Juna's book. She has a gift for delegating like she was born to do so. Not that I can talk. I actually come out for a bit of a breather myself.
So.
You know, I see now that even those at the top of the struggles a little too clearly. A general's duties feel overwhelming at times. Their lives hanging in the balance. I recognize the weight of every decision I make, and I do find satisfaction in protecting those lives.
Hey.
Remember our first meeting back at the recruitment center? A fallen noble. I, a fallen noble with nothing to my name, and you, a struggling elder traveler. Back then, my only goal was getting ahead. My people were little more than an afterthought. If I hadn't met you, I'd have never realized the truth about my fortune, my father's intentions, and I certainly couldn't have saved the Hollians.
Thank you.
I owe seeing the joy in their faces to you. I think I've said it before, but again, thank you.
That's...
You need to give yourself more credit, Stroll.
No.
I would still owe any credit I could take to you for showing me the way. They live stable, peaceful lives, thanks to you.
Hey.
You've a whole country on your shoulders now. The road ahead will be full of challenges we can't possibly foresee. Show me the way, and I'll blaze the trail. Now and always, it's my role as a warrior to be the vanguard.
That's why.
Our titles may have changed, but I'd like to think our friendship is steadfast as ever. Don't hesitate to rely on me, now and always.
Say there.
Oh, was that it? That was really it. Sag.
What about? Let's go see.
No Gallagher.
So?
I think we've heard all we can from people. Should we head to where Maria is?
That reminds me.
Being here sure brings back memories. You remember how we came here looking for Maria before the tournament for the throne? She was crying back then. But things are different now, though. We can say that again. This country's turned around since then, no doubt about it. I'm sure there will always be differences of opinion, but your ideals are really coming to fruition now. I can feel it. That reminds me, what's up with the book you're carrying around now? Is that the one you've been working on yourself? I'm excited to see what kind of fantasy you can conjure up. But maybe that's not even the word for it. After all, if you're the one putting it in ink, that means you're going to make it a reality someday. Now then, Your Majesty, shall we get going? Wow. This is really improved.
Oh, hello there. Oh, right. I suppose now I should call you Your Majesty. You know, I was just telling Papa, even through all that mess, everyone's really been working hard.
Am I keeping my promise properly from back then?
Yes, you beat the villain, and now the city's full of smiles. And I'm sure Papa's smiling down on you too.
Papa.
That's good. Hearing that from you really lifts my heart.
It's a joy to see kids like her smile. The future changes slowly, and the burden of its momentum will fall on their shoulders one day.
Don't worry. I'll try to do my part with what I've got. I want to help everyone understand that the world could be a better place if we can join hands with one another. Miss Fabian's fed so many hungry people since things changed. Some of those people even said they found their place there. I think I did too.
Found
if we can all
family.
change together for the better like that, we'll be closer to Your Majesty's and Papa's dream.
A place where I ought to be. A side of myself I ought to show. The path is never clear.
And I want to help with something too. I want everyone across the land to be able to smile.
Yes, I expect great things, my trusty advisor.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Majesty. Oh, thank you, Your Majesty.
We should be the ones thanking her. Feels like I can see the entire
She's like, wait, I
country's
said it too
future in her
loud.
smile.
Hold on.
Everyone! Long time no see. How have you been?
As we find ourselves afield, I thought I might visit Alsace myself.
Hold on a tick. Those people there. Surely not.
Naturally, we're drawing attention. We didn't all have to go at once.
Needn't fuss, old thing. It's been too long since we were all together again anyway.
Lady Tudor, did she really come all this way in a runner? Could have asked His Majesty to pop over and bring you back with a teleport or two.
The unmitigated nerve.
Oh, it's fine. I wanted to take in our country as it is. It's definitely a little rougher outside the capital's walls. There's still traces of melancholia around, and the odd human roaming about.
We're sending soldiers out for every incident we can. But it's not easy to hear the voice of the people from more distant regions.
I guess it's obvious. But just because you're king now doesn't make you suddenly all-seeing.
A lesson I learned last year. In the end, I was blind to a great deal of this world. Never would have learned if I hadn't pushed out the door and seen it with my own eyes.
He's right. The capital can be a bit of a bubble. There will always be more to do and learn beyond its walls.
A year ago, I would have just said we could fly over ourselves. I mean, let's be real. The capital isn't gonna fall apart if we just sneak over for a little tour, is it?
Of course not. We specifically put precautions in place to keep things running.
Yet it has only been 1 year. We cannot be too complacent too soon, lest the dissidents seize on the opportunity.
Oh, there he is! Over there! See? I told you, that's His Majesty, innit? Might have been a bit too obvious.
Oi, Your Majesty!
You dare hoy the king? You swine!
Steady on, Hulkenberg, calm. You needn't draw steel on the poor fellow. We're the ones who indulged in this little day trip.
Your Majesty, thanks for all you do, really. Have to say, my life's a lot easier now.
There's more work to do every day, but we're in this together. We believe in you.
Everyone's so supportive. Kind of brings back memories from last year.
Rather. It's the sort of thing to get a chap all misty-eyed over the past. What a journey it was.
We really did just leg it up and down the country slaying dragons, eh? Can't believe we actually survived it.
They were dangerous times, but exciting ones too.
When we fought to appease the dragon god, I had no idea we would have to face another 4 dragons.
Nor I. Never thought the day would come when I'd be hailed as a dragon slayer. Life is full of surprises.
Right.
I resolved to believe in my ideals, no matter what may come even back then. Even if the world is slow to change, a king's beliefs can never waver.
It was a hard road, but we did have fun together, didn't we?
Looks like we're drawing a crowd. Time to get back to work.
Indeed. A veritable mountain of tasks awaits us, and I will see it crested.
And not long after, the new year dawned.
Ending 7. Real.
A journey? Are you really planning on leaving us?
There's more I have to see. With my own eyes.
You want to know what's going on in the world, huh? Well, I guess you are the king.
Sounds like fun, but a daily jaunt down to the slums is one thing, and a proper journey is quite another. You're a king now, lad. You've got the people's expectations on your shoulders. It's all right to just sit on your throne and mind the home front, you know?
I want to do what I can for the people. If that's not kingly, then the crown's just slowing me down.
Come on, this is no time for jokes.
Ever the fearless gadabout, eh? Well, I take your point back. Magla and the humans make a fine barometer for the anxiety still swirling in the country. So you go out and give it a proper survey, where it is and how much is there. If people can't face their anxieties, they can't keep their eyes forward. And if they can't do that, we'll have a bally hard time moving forward as a nation or a people. So you want to get a better grasp of it all. That's your most important duty as a ruler. That's what you're thinking, eh?
Right.
Even the most faraway future begins with the belief that it can be realized. So I'll press onward. It's the best I can do.
If that was your plan, you could have just said so.
Sounds like a fine idea to me. A proper spot of fun, besides. Wouldn't expect any less from our king and captain. Well, since I'm the bally court engineer, I've no choice but to come along. I'm the only driver fit to maneuver the Royal Skyrunner after all. And why, you're the Dragon Slayer King, bane of monsters all across the country. When I imagine what sort of wondrous encounters you've got next, well, I'm all agog. Yes, here begins our quest anew. Let us sally forth upon our... hello? Are you not listening to me?
Sire, you've really got to stop chasing these ideas all on your own. You'll be the death of us.
Once again, sire, I've asked you countless times to give word if you're to leave the castle. Such caprice.
Oh, it's so good, monster.
Morris, don't tell me you called for them beforehand.
Saved us a bit of time, eh? Though, hello, what's this? I count only 2 of the 6 partisans. Short a few spears.
For my part, I believe 'tis unrealistic for all of us to depart.
She's
the
so
capital together.
done with his BS. I love her
So
face.
there's no plans to stop our little adventure, eh?
Hulkenberg and I talked it over. We decided that if you insist on going, we'd rather go with you than stop you.
Are you sure about this?
I was thinking back to our last fight with Luis. So many people supported us, but not for any high-minded ideals or arguments.
They were supporting us because we were actively fighting a monster on their behalf. In the end, people make choices based on their personal experience and emotion. Even if decided justly and supported by prosperity, the people may struggle to trust a king whose face they do not know. An invisible ruler is no cure for their fears.
Right. I'm not opposed to the idea of getting out into the world again. Really, it might be the wisest move to make sure you're a king everyone knows.
My friends and allies believe as I do. Their support is the greatest treasure I could have.
Still, this early into the new year, 'tis never a dull moment in your Majesty's employ.
Bit of a smaller party than we last set out with, huh? But it's a pleasure to be on the road again with you.
Oh, they'll all plump in. Don't worry.
But can we really afford to have both our general and the Royal Guard's captain coming along for this?
'Tis natural course for the Royal Guard to accompany the king. And I trust my corps is not so feeble that it will fall apart in my absence.
We'll make it work. Got to learn to trust others and delegate, right? We'll just have to lead by example.
Thank you. All of you. Let's be off.
You once heard my voice and answered a query in kind. Is fantasy a powerless creation? That timeless question. So long as life remains in the world, we seekers all shall search for our answer. But he will find his. Of that I am certain. And it is thanks to you for believing in and guiding him.
I guess it really was only the 2 of them.
That was
who went
the
with
true
him.
purpose of my royal magic, you know. To seek and obtain guidance from denizens of a land beyond ours. A land that has not yet lost hope. And it was you who answered the call. Armed with your hope, armed with the power of fantasy, you rose in glory. Such courage, such whimsy, and yes, what thrills. You have my sincerest thanks.
Feels familiar. It's been far too long.
Aye, the wind feels an echo of days past.
Unusually poetic for you.
They're awful, aren't they? They would have left us behind. Oh.
Well, I'm not certain we're in a position to talk, having followed straight after, saying we could just teleport back.
Well, hey, we figured the kids might want to change your scenery, like.
Wow!
They brought Maria?
Amazing!
Poetic indeed. That the scepter's absence restored order to Magla, and even greenery to the sands.
I'll say, I definitely like this view better.
Let's go.
Oh my god, the real credits? I was expecting this to maybe maybe take 2 hours max. I didn't expect to go through, like, I figured there would be a couple fights. I did not expect to fight more in the middle of that. And then 2 more fights after that, which was technically the final boss. The Luis fight I did at first was not, because it gave you experience. And then it was cutscenes, and then it was LOL, go walk around the city and talk to everybody. What? You fought him once? Oh, well, I guess him. You fought the 3 heads, and then you fought, you know, the creepy half of his face one. What a weird man. Fought him once? Oh, 2 more. Yeah, capital more. You're right. I love how Moore was like, this is the real world. And we're like, no, it's not. Yes, it is. You'll be safe here. And I guarantee, like, doing that is one of the endings, I guess, probably. Where you can just accept your new life in the, you know, quote, real world? Probably. I'll probably do that at some point. Yeah, okay. I figured. Wow, I'm just like... I kind of grabbed the demo for this on a whim. I saw, well, actually what it is, I saw Ambrose Rage, I saw him play it, and I went, wow, this game looks really good. I think I saw through part of the mine when I first saw it, and I went, oh, I gotta try this. And I was like, I'm gonna just stream the demo. And then when I streamed that, and I was like, this is so good. What the hell? And I was like, okay, I'm buying this, and we're streaming it. I don't care. Don't care. We're gonna do it. It was definitely worth it. It's just, I know, it's like, I don't want to call it a masterpiece, but so many games that I have played in the past few years, there have been good games. I can't say there aren't. But so many of them are all, it's like all story, or it's all visuals, and like, you know, like the sound is good, the gameplay's like good, but not all of it at the same time is just so well done. And then you get Atlas, it's just like, hey, we worked on this for 8 years. You should, here's a demo, you should try it. Like, the story hook alone on top of like all of the music, the art, the animated cutscenes. Like that demo, if that demo doesn't hook you when you play it, I guess if you don't like the battle system, then you're not gonna get hooked. But the story hook was something else. Holy cow. Absolutely the least expected thing that I could have imagined when this game started, and I was like, huh? What? Like, what the hell's gonna happen in the main game? Because you don't even know about the tournament for the throne until, you know, after you beat the first dungeon. Oh, it's so good. A lot of these names I actually do not know. Also. They're all really good though, so I'm not complaining. Yeah, I'm not sure if I had a game, like a quote game of the year that had come out this year. This is definitely my favorite game that came out this year. 100%. Oh, it got quiet. There we go. And I was not spoiled at all. I had no idea how this was gonna end. I had no idea it was gonna be like a time skip for the ending. I had no shit. I had no nothing. Aw. Stupid internet. I know my internet is also trash like that sometimes. The Great
Dear
Seeker,
guest,
Reina!
from a world I shall never know. In your eyes, I know our journey was ultimately a fiction. However, I hope your memories of this fantastical adventure burn as bright in your reality. I hope the promise of our world echoes in you. With all my heart, I hope that fantasy gives you strength.
I knew there was going to be a post-credit scene. It's Atlas. Me too. Especially a voice cutscene.
I never expected a view like this.
Let's see it all. Let's see the world.
Yeah. A new journey now beckons. In days of Eld, the people prospered and perished in turn. Struck by their ways, I wrote a book of my dearest ideas.
In days of Eld? Like Eld?
A tale of fantasy. In my vision, they placed their trust, and so the kingdom breathed new life.
The original race, the humans, the Eld?
The strength to believe in the unknown. That can change everything. Without a doubt, you will face all sorts of trials ahead.
The game's on the nose in some respects.
Carry onward with all your heart. Onward, fearless, into a world unknown.
I would love if they did more. Fantasy lives on. I'm not sure this game could have a sequel though. I mean, I guess they could. They just wouldn't be able to use like the same characters, I don't think. By saving your clear data, certain things can transfer over as is to a new game. Transfer currently owned items, with some exceptions: money, mag, royal virtues, scan enemies, memorandum, archetype statuses, and total playtime. Save clear data? Excuse me. You betcha. Wowie! Thank you. All right, folks, and with that, we're done. We are done. What an absolutely wonderful game. I am so glad I got to play it. I'm so glad I got to enjoy it, and I got to enjoy it with others too. And obviously, you know, it's up for posterity, so anybody can also enjoy it for the future. If you're watching this then, also thank you as well. But yeah. If you want to play through it yourself, you should. Not sponsored at all, but you know, please. Never going to be sponsored. Wonderful game. Atlas did an excellent job. You know, I'd probably give, I'd be real, I'd probably give the game a 10 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Yeah, easy. Easy. Worth it. 100%. And with that, everyone, I'm going to end for the night. I'm glad that we have completed Metaphor, and just in time for the Monster Hunter Wilds beta for PC on Friday. Well, technically it starts tomorrow, but I'm not going to be able to play it tomorrow because it starts at 11 p.m. my time on Thursday. Yeah, GG. So Friday, I will be playing that with friends, with Ambrose Rage and a Blue Elysium, and probably somebody else too, if I imagine somebody else will show up. All right. Time for rest. Take care, everybody. Thank you again so much for hanging out. And thank you again to Monsters specifically for hanging out and chatting and talking about this game with me, especially the past couple streams. It's been a lot of fun. So thank you so much. Take care, everybody. Be well. I will see you hopefully in the next one.